Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes, guys, I just dropped something on the floor, but still, we're doing a 2000 XRP giveaway. And I'm actually thinking about giving this away the last day of the month here, or if we hit some crazy number of likes. And if you want to enter, all you have to do, right, to win 2000 XRP, I know it's crazy, is press the like button, be subscribed, comment something down below, and check out this Telegram. Also, join it. A link is in the description below. I'm going to be updating you guys here with the most important news whenever I think there's something really important. I'm going to be sharing it in here. And if you guys have any suggestions for different Telegrams or different things to share, you can always send it to me over on Twitter. But yeah, that's all you need to do to enter. I think it's going to be crazy. I think we'll give it away at least at the end of the month, if we don't hit this amount of likes. So make sure you enter, because I'll check all the comments and still pick somebody out of that who's going to win. Having said that, though, guys, today has been a pretty crazy day for crypto and stock. I think you guys have all been aware of the situation right now. The S&P 500 dropped by 3.51%. I wanted to say by 70 points, but it's actually 125 right now. And yes, 3.51% for the S&P, 2.78% for Dow Jones, 1.4% for DAX, 1.5% for FTSE. And funny enough, the Nikkei index actually went up 1%, which is funny because we saw one of the Ripple partners join it recently, right? Which is pretty interesting in my opinion. However, the whole situation is pretty much connected to crypto right now, as I believe a lot of people were really hoping for gold and Bitcoin to, I guess be the perfect one to hedge against for, or whatever you want to say there. Let's see, pause here. Let's try again. Checking this article out. Gold and Bitcoin failed to protect investors against Thursday's stock market meltdown. So yes, all the prices went down like crazy. Almost all crypto fell except for Polkadot. It didn't fall the whole day. And of course, Tron TRX, which is having some crazy things going on right now. Again, a lot of DeFi stuff is saving Tron from the big fall. YFI, Tron rise as Bitcoin Ethereum crypto markets sink. September is off to a rocky start for crypto markets. While leading coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum head south, a couple altcoins are having themselves a day. And that's mostly the coins which are, DeFi-E, or having something special happen to it right now, which again has to do with DeFi though. Tron Sun's Genesis mining helps TRX avoid crypto market sell-off. Quick take, Tron has proven immune to the ongoing crypto market sell-off. TRX has broken 0.04, a value last tested in June 2019. Tron has edged out EOS on CoinMarketCap, and Tron's bullish climb is a result of investors locking up their TRX to mine the Sun token. I still also don't know what I should think about Sun, because I know it's a stupid coin, but there's still a lot of money to be made, and the only coins that did really, really well here are Polkadot and Tron. So maybe it shows for something. Maybe it does. Maybe it really did do. Who knows? Who knows? Moving on further, though, because we got some more stuff to talk about for today, guys. Peter Brandt exits Bitcoin and stocks, turns to US dollar. Pretty crazy move, if you ask me. Trading legend Peter Brandt cashed out his Bitcoin portfolio right before the market crash. Bitcoin and US equities collapse. Pet rocks will not replace fiat. In his latest tweet, commodity trading veteran Peter Brandt claims that he has already exited stocks, Forex, and Bitcoin holdings that constituted his portfolio and turned to the US dollar. Notably, the prominent chartist cashed out right on the verge of the all-round market crash. Quote, I personally exited almost all my portfolio in the last 2 days, stocks, Forex, Bitcoin, so in the process moved assets back into my home currency, US dollar. You never know if that's really true or not, because a lot of these analysts, they say that right before a big crash, or right when a big crash has already kind of happened. They say, yeah, I've sold all my stuff a couple of days ago. It's like, I'm going to tell you guys right now, yep, sold my XRP yesterday or 2 days ago at about 30 cents because I'm a freaking genius, and oh, you're still holding? Yeah, that must mean you have an IQ of like 10, because everybody could have known it was going to drop from here on. So if you didn't sell, that was pretty, stupid of you. No, Most people don't notice that it's going to drop this significantly until it all's already happened. It dropped 4 cents from 30 to about 26. It's pretty heavy, but even I didn't know that well up front, which is kind of funny, but also kind of sad, right? Because I would have liked to know, because stuff like that is pretty nice if you have the info up front. What caused Bitcoin to drop so quickly? The Bitcoin price has returned to the 11,200 support area. Technical indicators are neutral, and the price is still in a wave 4 of a wave 5 impulsive formation. Well, basically, if you want to know, it just dropped because stocks are doing pretty strange right now, and the connection is still pretty much there, even though some expected it not to be. It could be that it's elaborate, where people are trying to push it that way, but it is what it is. It is what happened. Here was a little bit of a weird article. The way it loads is a little bit strange. Chainlink is now 35% below its all-time high reached just 2 weeks ago. Link price analysis. And by the way, I have not zoomed in right now. It's looking very strange. I don't know what's going on with this website. I don't know what type of error they're having right now. I don't know if it's on my end, but it's pretty damn strange and I can't get it to work. Whatever. Breaking. BOE Governor Bailey calls Bitcoin a highly risky investment opportunity. Well, like any bank is saying right now, they can't tell you to buy, right? We can talk about Ripple and XRP right now. Those guys, those big banks and players who are working with Ripple right as we speak, they can't tell on it, right? Do you guys not get that part? I've told you before. It's either Ripple or the banks who have either set up an agreement or who have mutually decided to not get all these partnerships public. Partially because maybe they want to get in it cheaper. Another part is they want to test everything out first before they roll something out. Think about this one here. So, what is it? Santander, I believe, said they're not really interested in working with ODL, mostly because right now, looking at this situation, they don't have that many pairs, and thus a lot of their customers will not really get the benefit of this newer product. So basically, they would roll something out, but it's only for a select few people. And whenever companies do that, where they're like, well, we got something cool, but it's only for this and that country, I'm like, screw you, because it's just very annoying. Mostly so if you already were using features on that provider before, and all of a sudden they have some exclusive feature for a couple of countries, it's just annoying, very, very frustrating as well. So Santander is really not up for it. And if Santander would already use ODL for a couple of things right now, if they were to state it out loud, you would already get that feeling of being left out, So the best thing for them to do is just trial it, test everything, see how it is, and then really if they know that their customers would like it and they know they're satisfied, then go for an announcement. Otherwise, it's really not beneficial to them to do that. And I would also always recommend against it. It's not smart in any way, shape, or form. And that's also here why a lot of these bank guys or governors or really people in that sector will never really support it, partially because they're afraid of people losing their money. You could also argue that they're afraid of people making some big bank. Another part, of course, is because they're more so used to the older way of investing in things and they're not as used to quick money, I think, at least. And another part, of course, is going to be they don't want you to talk about this newer technology. They don't want you to take away power from the banks because Bitcoin and crypto in general, they take away some power from the banks, right? I think you guys all agree with me here when I say that if XRP were to really be all the way out there, there's kind of two ways we can see it. Either Ripple is going to be complementary or replacing the current financial system. And I'm not talking about this quantum financial system stuff that's mostly theoretical, Nassara, Gassara type of stuff. I'm talking about realistic facts. Ripple is setting up a framework to the likes of Swift and I guess a couple of others alike, akin. And really, basically, if you think about it, what they're doing right now is setting up a framework for all these banks and payment providers to get things done cheaper, faster, more efficient, more transparent, and things like that. However, Ripple could also work if there were no banks at all. And no banks at all, it's a little bit of a strange hypothetical because it's really almost impossible at this point to imagine a world without banks. Because maybe you don't know, but banks do a lot more than just, having your money on there and, giving you your money back and just holding it on. There's a lot more that goes on in there, and there's a lot more money going around and a lot more talk going around in those banks, and they do quite a lot of stuff. However, think about this one though. If banks were to kind of fade away for the money to user type of aspect, Ripple could still fill up that void. Ripple could still fill the gap because they have all the technology. Literally, they have all the pieces, and together with what some say, individual currencies like maybe a CBDC, which is still a bank currency, but central bank currency instead of individual bank like JPM coin and things like that. If we were to go for one central currency, and you also have XRP, or at least the Ripple system, yeah, there's not that much necessity for all these banks in terms of all this service I'm talking about. Again, banks serve more properties, more uses, and they will still be necessary for those. I'm just talking about the payments part, where right now, if you want to send money to your uncle in whatever North Korea, no, that's why do I pick the most difficult one to pick? Let's pick a different one, Kenya, right, or some country over there. You want to send money to your uncle. What are you going to need banks for, theoretically speaking, right? To withdraw your money. But that's about it. Because those banks are not going to be able to help you efficiently, cheaply, or anything along those lines. You really don't necessarily need that one, right? Because it could basically all be done over a Ripple framework. The only annoying part is that you're going to need two exchanges still to get this all fixed. Because Ripple is mostly the framework, not the exchange itself. However, you could, theoretically speaking, work with decentralized exchanges if you really wanted to. And still get it arranged all together within one, small part. But I guess that's for another day. It's just about the hypothetical that these bank guys, they don't want you to know about these currencies because it's all scary to them. And there's still a question and a debate over whether or not it's because they're invested themselves and they don't want the price to go up yet. Some are saying it's a friend politics game, where it's like all these guys over at Ripple, they don't want the price to go up, so they're not doing any positive things. They're building a regulatory framework, but they're kind of scheduling everything for end of a certain period of time where they've accumulated enough to let it launch. Some are saying that Ripple wants to first get a good framework before going for some massive campaigns and things like that with more partnership announcements and things like that. So they first of all have the real technology to support it all. Because what we saw earlier is that they also do not have the numbers and the liquidity to actually provide that many more partners, which again is another problem they face, but one they can fix over time. And that might also be why they're waiting a little bit. And then Polkadot suddenly makes its way to the top 5 with the market cap over $5 billion. Polkadot moved to the 5th position. The project inflated the circulating supply by 10 times. Weird coin, cannot lie. Definitely a weird coin, but people like it and people are making money with it. So you go right ahead, guys. If you're making money, good on you. I hope you continue that movement. If you're not, well, I guess you missed out a little bit, but there's still many more to catch, many more moons, as maybe the old guys would say. There's many more moons to catch, just for fun. By the way, guys, these videos are not financial advice. It's just purely for entertainment purposes only. I'm not recommending you guys to buy any or sell any coins. It's just for fun. And I'm personally thinking that Ripple and XRP are going to be great, but maybe you don't think so. That's completely fine. Everybody has their own opinion. And I'm still thinking more and more about DeFi, guys. It's such a crazy period right now. Maybe that's the only thing we should be holding, because, I mean, in uncertain times like this one, like we're seeing right now, it's the only coins that have been really outperforming. So, yeah. But, guys, that was it. Thank you all for watching. See you again in another one. Don't forget to follow the Telegram, and take care.